Good morning, hello, welcome back to a brand new video. I am super knackered because I've been up since 3 AM, but I'm not going to be talking about that until the next video. So if you're not already, make sure you're subscribed and got notifications turned on so you can find out why the hell I was up at 3 AM and driving on the motorway at 4 AM. So stay tuned for that one. And today's video, the progress on the pond, it's unbelievable. You've got to see it to believe it, so let's dive right in. No pun intended.
Just getting my water shoes ready because I'm actually going in the pond, and I had to turn the spring off into the pond that supplies the water for the pond. Late last night, I was lying in bed. I was like, I need to go and check because tomorrow morning, what if the foundation is completely underwater? And lucky I did, because I came down here and it was literally a couple of millimeters from overflowing the foundation. So I'm gonna get in and start getting these brackets on, and I can get the water back in there.
Theo's in the drink, and the drink has gone into his boots. That makes me feel physically repulsed. Ugh.
It's cold. It's definitely spring water.
It is very cold. What do I need?
The level.
This.
And a clamp. No, the big level.
Just the one clamp. I totally don't mind getting wet feet, but there's something about wearing shoes and them getting wet, like in that kind of situation, that makes my skin crawl. It's the most revolting feeling. It's such a gross feeling. Like, just looking at Theo doing that is making me feel really, my stomach is churning, and I know there's going to be people watching this who feel the same. Let me know I'm not alone in that feeling. It is gross. I think if it was me, I'd have to go barefoot or with my Crocs on, but not shoes. Theo just said he wants to dive in, so he's just set himself up for a dive in a bit. Once the dock's done, you've got to dive in. Now you've said that. Although you can't actually dive in because of your ears, so I guess that means I have to dive in. Are you sinking? The concrete bolts Theo's putting in are obviously only go to a certain depth, so he's marking off the drill bit so he doesn't go way further than he needs to. Do you need a hand? Oh no! Your phone's not in your pocket, but then your phone's waterproof, so it's alright. It's your ears I'm more worried about. Theo has perforated eardrums, so getting them wet is not an option. Otherwise it's ear infection city.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So the key with these bolts is to not over tighten them. So Theo's being cautious when it comes, in case you're like, why is he not just going ham with the handle? Because he doesn't want to over tighten. And I guess now those are secured, you can get rid of the spirit level straight edge.
Exactly.
And do the other ones at the front. Perfect.
Then our posts should all be aligned nicely.
Yeah, the post will then go in nicely and the dock can be created.
I'm definitely ending up in the...
Theo's just lifted his boot out and the amount of mud.
It's like, this. I can feel it's like sticky clay.
Yeah, it looks like clay because of the way it's sticking to your boot. It's going to look really nice having the dock coming out there. Really, really lovely. I just saw a load of frogs jump in, but I didn't manage to capture them on camera. But it's cute to see how they're all living on there already. This looks like a big dead load. It's just going to drop. Oh, that is, no, yuck. It's literally bloated.
Bit of protein.
Yeah, I spotted one here. It's disappeared. It was definitely dead, but it was a spider cricket, and they are terrifying. Two, one. Here we go, it's done. Let's celebrate. That was a really lacklustre celebration on Theo's behalf. No whooping, no cheering, no nada.
That ain't going nowhere.
That ain't going nowhere. Just a little bath for it as well, make them look real shiny and nice.
Never to be seen again.
Yeah, these are going to be living underwater for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, that feels solid to me.
Sweet, well done.
Right, off to the woodyard.
Oh my gosh, that's horrific.
I would like to go for a swim, but
You can't go for a swim in that.
I don't have anything.
Well,
Maybe when the dock's done, we can jump off the dock.
All you need to do is all you need to wear is your birthday suit anyway, so I don't know why you're on about. I haven't got anything. Take those off, please.
I don't have a towel.
What do you need a towel for? What do you need a towel for?
I'm gonna have to drive back to the house.
Oh, but at least just pour the water out, please. And then just drive back in your stoggy shoes. He wants trench foot, this man. To now clean up. These dry shoes can just stay there. Lob these in. Oh, just drop everything. Why do we use Squarespace? If you have a shop on your site, then with the flexible payment options, checkout has never been easier. You can accept credit cards, PayPal, and even offer buy now or pay later with Afterpay and Klarna. With Squarespace Blueprint AI, their guided design system takes the guesswork out of building your website. Using the prompts, you choose what you'd like and go from there. Terms like SEO can be off-putting, but simply put, they optimize your site and help it stand out in search results. With their integrated SEO tools, you can get discovered by more people faster. And with their fluid engine, customization is at your fingertips. Drag, drop, and create on the go with ease. You don't need to worry about understanding code or messing around with heavy technical features, as Squarespace is designed with the user in mind. So if you haven't already, then definitely click the link in our description or head to squarespace.com/indieproject or use our code indieproject for a 14-day free trial and 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain.
I am just back from the woodyard. I've got the post. I've got the post for the uprights and I've got the 2x6s for the deck. I'm very excited. Let's start assembling it. But I've got to get in the water yet again. I'm gonna have to go in. There's no option.
Theo's got to do some digging before he puts his wet boots back on, which is why he is straddling that stretch of water rather than walking in it with the boots on, because the boots haven't dried yet.
So I've just marked out with the spray paint where the deck's gonna come to and where I need to dig out, so I know now when I jump on the excavator, I can just dig this area out because I want the deck to be almost seamless, so you just walk out onto it. You're not having to like go up a step onto it, which I've seen quite a lot of them do. I like a dock to be seamlessly integrated into the landscape. Once all the grass has grown around it, it'll be absolutely beautiful. Right, jump on the excavator. So obviously our posts are completely different levels. So we're just using the spirit level to make sure both of our posts are perfectly the same. So obviously when we put our decking boards and everything else, it's all good. Because I did the forms at different levels, they're in line with each other, but they're different heights because obviously the pond gradually gets shallower and shallower. So it's just the way it is. Simple to fix.
So you expect me to take that? Theo's stoked.
Like a tidal wave, now I'm underwater, swimming through the trees. I'm wishing we could hide away where time is frozen. When you look at me, I feel like I can fly. It's all speeding by.
It's time to head back in the water. I didn't clear the water out of my boat, so there's already water in my boat, so I've acclimatized myself before I actually go in. But I've got a tub of protector for the wood to keep it nice and protected for many years to come. The posts that I use are already like treated from the factory, so I've used them because they're the ones that are going to be actually in the water. And then the top, not so much, but yeah, let's go. The water is rising rapidly. You can see it's over the second foundation now. At least I got something to hold on to now. If I slip and fall, I can hang off the dock. But yeah, I don't know what colour this is. It's meant to be like a, well, it says rustico, so hopefully a nice rustic colour.
That looks nice.
It does look nice, doesn't it? I'm happy with that. It will dry a bit nicer as well.
It's a great big world and you feel itty bitty, a little fish in a big old city. Just keep swimming. There's a million trails to get where you're going. You set your sails, you find a deeper ocean. You're just beginning. And this boat you've been rowing is only gonna take you where the river is flowing. It's flowing. It might be today, maybe tomorrow. It's one foot down, let the other one follow. And keep going. Just keep going.
So Bee has just done the finishing touches to the dock. How amazing does that look? And the water is filling up quickly, so much quicker than I thought it would, which is amazing.
Theo has absolutely smashed this dock, and I think for his birthday on the 25th, he should dive off into the pond. What do you think?
Maybe not dive, but
I think you should dive.
I'll go for a swim.
Find your special earplugs and you're gonna dive.
So here are the decking boards, really nice and thick. They will work really well. And this deck is going to be so sturdy. Also, the stain, I tried to match it best I could to these decking boards. So there we have it. The deck is nearly completed. Just need to get the decking on tomorrow morning once this is dried and had a second coat.
So Theo has just cut all of the decking boards and now it's time to go and fix them down. I'm so excited.
There'll be ups and downs, roads that keep winding, fountains of youth and mountains for climbing. There's no ending, and This bird keeps unfolding. Spill the ink, grip the paper, let your story be told in. It keeps growing. And when clouds come a-rolling, hold on tight when the wind is blowing. And keep going. And keep going. Keep going.
Don't mind me walking on my brand new dock. I'm so stoked with it. And I can sit right on the edge here and contemplate life. But I imagine in the next couple of days, my feet are going to be resting in the cool water of this pond, completely spring fed. It's filling up faster than I could have ever imagined. And I can't wait to plant all the water plants, introduce some fish into here, and just set up a camera so we can see all of the wildlife. I actually caught a deer right near here just yesterday. To say I'm stoked with how this turned out is an understatement. I've still got some landscaping to do around it and reinforce the dam wall, but we're not far off completing this project, and I absolutely love just being suspended over the water. There's something about just standing on the edge or sitting on the edge of a dock over the water that's really peaceful. So this pond has still got to rise about 2.5 feet, and once it has, then I'll start doing the overflow. And once we get that exchange of water, the fresh spring water coming in and out, it's going to be such a clear, lovely pond. I cannot wait, like I said, to introduce the fish in here. We're going to get all the right aquatic plants. And talking about aquatic plants, so you guys probably want to know the cost of this project, and so did I. So I worked out how much I've actually spent versus the quote that I got last year to actually build this particular pond that we could swim in with a dock. And it actually came out with a company who builds ponds in the local area, and they were saying it would cost around about 10,000 US dollars. Well, that's a lot of money. I have a digger, so I just thought what I'm going to do is do all of the research, figure out everything myself, and just build it myself, because there's no way I'm going to spend the $10,000 on this wildlife / swimming pond. But I did have to spend some money. Obviously I needed all the piping to get it from the spring into here, but I used a lot of stuff that was already lying around. I've still got a little bit of piping to build and to actually buy, but I've added that into the price of how much it's going to cost, because I've got half of the piping, so I just doubled it in my workings out. And I've spent to date about $800. So all in all, once I've done that overflow piping, I've landscaped everything, put the aquatic plants in here, we're looking at about $1,000. So that's a big difference from the 10,000 that I was quoted. Obviously, I had to spend all of the time actually doing it myself, but what an enjoyable project. What a fun thing to do. I couldn't think of anything better to do. I just want to build pond after pond after pond, but there's still more to come with this pond series, and you'll find out what we've got in store, because we're not quite finished yet, and we'll bring you every step of the way. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.